For decades, the government has fed us the same story. UFOs aren't real. Sightings are just weather balloons, camera glitches, or the imagination of conspiracy theorists. But then, something changed. High-ranking military officials started leaking footage. Declassified reports revealed unidentified objects flying at impossible speeds. And in 2023, before Congress, a former intelligence officer swore under oath that the U.S. has alien craft in its possession. So why now? Why, after decades of denial, is the truth starting to slip out? Is full disclosure coming? Or is this just the beginning of something darker? Buckle up, because what I found in these reports will make you question everything. Once you hear this, you'll never want to look at the sky the same way. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Lindsay Unfiltered. And today we are on the letter U of our scandal series, and I did a poll and viewers decided that they wanted to know more about UFOs. What are they? What's the conspiracy behind them? And why has the United States been in a long-standing scandal with unidentified flying objects? We're going to look into some of the reports, some of the footage, and we're going to analyze and see what we can dig up. If you like content like this that revolves around scandal, controversy, true crime with a twist of humor, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's know all there is to know about UFO. So, what is a UFO? A UFO is a mysterious object seen in the sky for which it is claimed no orthodox scientific explanation could be found. In other words, it's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's not a drone. We don't know what it is, right? It's an unidentified flying object. Now, the proof that has been leaked that unidentified flying objects exist came out in 2017 from the United States Pentagon. There were 3 leaked videos by the U.S. Navy showing unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, flying around at blazing speeds. The videos were taken from U.S. Navy fighter jets in 2004, 2014, and 2015. So in 2017, that's when the New York Times came out with the article that the Pentagon was secretly studying these UFOs or UAPs. UAPs and UFOs can be used interchangeably. So when I say UAP, I'm referring to the UFOs. So there were sightings of unidentified flying objects at blazing speeds that no one could really understand. And then we come to learn our government has been studying these UFOs for some time. But why? So we were always told by the government there's no aliens, there's no other life form that exists. So the fact that they're secretly studying these UFOs and UAPs makes people a little suspicious. Like, what is there to hide from the American people and the world? Another interesting conspiracy theory concerning UFOs was the Roswell incident. Now, this happened in Roswell, New Mexico, and a rancher had found all kinds of parts, beams, telescopes, and things in his yard that resembled a crashed UFO. So they, of course, called the government, they took pictures, they called everyone they knew, and thought aliens were amongst them. The FBI quickly shut this down and say, hey, it's just a hot air balloon incident. It's nothing to be worried about. This was just a military spacecraft with a hot air balloon attached to it. And the aliens you thought you saw, those were just test dummies that we were dropping out of the military craft. According to the United States Air Force, the balloons were being used for Soviet nuclear tests at the time. They were doing a lot of military testing. So that's the reason why the balloons were there. But when the news came out that, oh my God, this guy found a flying saucer in his backyard, news traveled fast and everyone thought aliens were coming to Earth. The very next day, the government says, no, this is just a conventional weather balloon. A lot of people still believe in the Roswell incident to this day. If we're looking for more recent proof, we have this guy named David Grusch. Now, David Grusch is a whistleblower. He used to be in the military, the United States Air Force to be exact, and he claims that the U.S. government maintains a highly secretive UFO retrieval program and possesses multiple spacecraft of what he calls non-human origin, as well as corpses of deceased pilot. He also claims there is substantive evidence that white-collar crime took place to conceal UFO programs, and he had interviewed officials who said that people had been unalived to conceal the programs. So David Grusch is an airman, and he's not just any airman, he's high up in the ranks. He's an intelligence official. So if anybody would know about the presence of non-human beings, it would be this man. And he's sitting here telling us there's a big secret going on in the government. And we'd be a fool to think that our government would tell us everything that they know, all the top secrets and all of that. Of course, they're not going to tell their citizens that. They don't want mass panic and outrage. But this is my question for you. If there was unidentified flying objects or UAPs flying around here, why wouldn't our government want us to know? Drop that answer down in the comments below.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
If we think about why the truth may be covered up, it may be fear of mass panic, right? Do you think people would freak out if they knew aliens were real? I feel like a large percentage of the human race would not be okay mentally with knowing that there are other forms of life on Earth after they've been taught their entire life to reject that idea. So I do think there is a fear of mass panic going on. If you guys haven't heard about Project Blue Book, it was a CIA-run program from 1947 to 1969 to investigate UFO sightings, because the powers that be thought that our enemies were using these unidentified flying objects to spy on us and potentially attack us. So the government said, hey, we're going to do something about this and we're going to investigate these unidentified flying objects. Just the fact that a Project Blue Book exists lets me know that UAPs exist. What exists beyond that is hard to say, because you're never given any clarification on this. Now, a lot of people have been seeing recently orbs and drones and things all across America in the sky, and it's been really unsettling for most, because we've never seen things like this. Little orbs popping up all over the sky. You can go on TikTok and type in orb. They're all over. Government doesn't seem to be alarmed. They seem to know what they are, and they don't seem to think they're a national security threat. I'm sure the CIA knows what they are. They may have found out what they were back in Project Blue Book. My thing is, you were investigating this for a long time, and your constituents still don't necessarily know what it is you're looking for, right? After Project Blue Book ran for quite some time, the CIA came to the conclusion that no UFO reported, investigated, and evaluated by the Air Force was ever an indication or threat to our national security. There was no evidence submitted or discovered by the Air Force that sightings categorized as unidentified represented technological developments or principles beyond the range of modern scientific knowledge, and there was no evidence that sightings categorized as unidentified were extraterrestrial vehicles. So Project Blue Book was ended because they said, hey, UFOs, aliens, they don't exist. There's nothing extraterrestrial going on. Cut it out, America. We checked it all out. We got everybody's reports seeing things in the sky. Cut this out, right? But there had to be a damning concern for you to study it for so many years. So what's next for UFOs? We're having UFO hearings in Congress to this day, just as recent as 2023, and government officials are saying, we don't know what that is. But back in 1969, you said it was nothing extraordinary. But now in 2023, we're saying we don't know what that is. That's concerning. Do you know what it is and you're not saying, or do you just really not know what that is? With the technology of today, And it begs the question, why are they so open about it now? I feel like back in the day, that was a big no-no. You don't talk about aliens, that's taboo, that's, extraterrestrial, that's impossible, witchcraft, however they want to put it, right? But today, I don't know if they see that we're moving towards a more progressive nation, so they inch it out here. Oh, we don't know what that is. These little orbs are strange, but you guys should look that up. Why are they throwing us bones now as opposed to 50 years ago when they were actually investigating it? And Elon Musk keeps hinting at breakthrough technologies. What do the elites know that we don't know? And is disclosure closer than we think? Now, I want to know from you, do you think aliens and UFOs and UAPs are real? Comment down below. I'm probably going to put a poll up as well. These orbs, these UAPs, UFOs, something's being left out. What it is exactly, we don't know just yet. We do know American historians, military, and astronomers have been studying this for years, centuries. When is it time to give the American people a little bit more information? If you like videos like this that cover scandal, conspiracy, true crime with a twist of humor, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back with Ruby Frankie's book review in a couple of days, so make sure to subscribe, hit that bell. This has been Lindsay Unfiltered. Bye now.